Open with care.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming. Welcome to Composer's Voice. We are here in the Metropolitan Playhouse. It's a really special time for us. We get to do a couple of concerts live in person. Normally, we're all streaming on the internet. We're going live online right now. Thank you, everybody. Yeah. This is a fantastic program that we have for you, featuring the composer, harpist, and narrator, Alyssa Reit. She is a wonderful performer and composer that I've been working with for many years. Back when we were doing chamber concerts all around New York City, and she's done 15 Minutes of Fame and a lot of different projects. So she wanted to come we wanted to feature her for some of her own works that she did. First, I want to thank the American Harp Society for their support for this project. And what we'll be performing tonight is first by narrator and harp with the Lenape Creation. It's all inspired by this book with the tale from Treebeard about its creation myth from the Lenape tribe. So we'll be doing that. Then we'll take a quick break where you guys should grab a drink, a little intermission, and then we'll be coming back with Alyssa Reit's Freedom Variations. Also, with the brass quintet and singer, so it's going to be awesome. With that said, let's see, bring out Alyssa and Jane, Jane Bradley, and Alyssa Reit.
Long ago, there was nothingness. Endless quiet. The creator, Kishomakunk, lived in this great, peaceful void. One day, Kishomakunk had a vision of bright, shining stars. Untold numbers of stars, filling the emptiness, swirling around him. The stars formed galaxies, worlds spinning in space. He saw one special star, our sun. Circling around that sun star were planets. He saw one special planet, the Earth. Circling round that Earth was a moon, our beautiful moon. His vision took him closer to the face of the Earth, and there he saw wonders of its surfaces, mountains and valleys, oceans, lakes, and rivers, forests full of trees of many kinds, bristling pines, tall oaks, colorful maples, stately elms. He saw great plains covered with tall grasses, expanses of brilliant flowers, fields filled with crops for food, like corn and beans. He saw bees and butterflies, ants and mosquitoes. He watched the heron as it flew across the sky, the robin as it pulled worms from the earth, the crow as it chased the hawk. Animals of every kind, insects, reptiles, fish, and mammals. He saw them all. In his amazing vision, he saw how all things come into being, how they grow, and how they die. He touched the heat and the cold, the wind and the rain, and he felt all things. Fear and courage, joy and sorrow, hatred and love, all together. He heard laughter, stories, and songs. Then his vision ended. And now that he had seen it and held it in his mind, his vision began to be born. But he needed help. He made 4 spirit beings, the keepers of creation, to help in this great task. First, Kishelmakunk breathed life and spirit into Muksumsa Lewenawak, known as the grandfather in the north. To him, the creator gave power over rock. He brings the winter with the ice and snow. Then, Kishelmakunk breathed life and spirit into Muksumsa Wapenawak, the grandfather of the East. From the East, Muksumsa Wapenawak control the power of the winds. He brings the breath of life, the springtime, birth, and new beginnings. Through him comes creativity, music, and song. Next, Kishelmakunk breathed life and spirit into Huma Shawenawak, the grandmother of the South, to whom he gave the power over fire. She brings the sun and makes all things grow. Even the sun owes his fire to her. Lastly, Kishelmakunk breathed life and spirit into Muksumsa Wuchenawak, grandfather of the West. He held the power of water. He controls the rain that falls, the blood that flows through all living things. Both autumn and death come through him, getting us ready for renewal. The gifts of healing, our emotions, our intuitions, dreams, and visions all come through him. The Creator gathered the 4 keepers, with Father Sun, Mother Earth, and Grandmother Moon. I have brought you together to create life on the surface of Mother Earth, he said. Now it is time. They began with the plants the Creator had seen in his vision. cleanse. Fruit trees and shrubs covered with berries, mushrooms, soft mosses and ferns, waving grasses and meadows full of fragrant wildflowers, seedlings, water lilies. Next, the great beings turned their attention to making animal life. First, the flyers, soaring eagles, hawks, and falcons, songbirds dipping and swooping as they sang, raspy voiced crows, red-winged blackbirds, bats and owls hunting by moonlight, moths, gnats, delicate butterflies. Next, the swimmers, whales, dolphins, sharks, fish of the seas, fish of the rivers, mud-bottom catfish, leaping salmon, tiny glimmering minnows. Then the walkers, foxes in their dens, silver-furred wolves, squirrels, quiet-footed deer, burly bears, beavers. Last, the creepers, snakes, frogs, spiders, beetles, ants, grubs, and worms. Plants and animals of every kind all came into being. Now, you might think that only things that were pleasant to feel or lovely to the eye were created. Not so. Kishelmaconk saw differently. His vision encompassed darkness as well as light. He made a spirit, Matantu, who brought evil into creation. Matantu made stinging insects, thorns, poisons, and diseases. Now everything had its opposite. Each was set where it could be most useful and in balance with the rest of creation. After a time, Nipahuma, Grandmother Moon, spoke up. "Oh, great creator," she said, "I am all alone in the sky. My spirit is lonely." "Ah," said Kishelmaconk, "I will send you a companion. You may have Muksumsa Petkoe to keep you company. He is a powerful spirit, Grandfather Thunder." Nipahuma was pleased. She and Muksumsa Petkoe came together. She gave birth to twins, a man and a woman. This man and this woman were meant to help each other. These were the first race of people on this earth. The Creator said to them, "I am giving you a special gift. It is the power to receive vision of your own." The mother of all mothers, our Grandmother Moon Nipahuma, cared for this man and this woman. One day, she saw that they were grown enough to go out on their own. "I return to the spirit world now," she said, "but I will never forget you. I will watch over you at night and guide you with my light. We will remember you with gratitude, Grandmother," they said. For a time, all was well. The whole of creation followed the laws that Kishelmaconk had seen in his vision. All lived in beautiful, flowing harmony. had given one of his creatures the job of ruling over the waters of planet Earth. This was Great Toad. Great Toad brought rains and determined the running of the rivers. How wide, how fast, how deep. Little creek, he would say, send a trickle into that lake, and the creek would obey. Roaring river, pull back your waters, and the water would pull back from the banks. But there was an evil spirit, Maxazak. He had the body of a serpent and a head with horns. Maxazak did not like that Great Toad had this power. I want to control the water, he thinks. One day, he attacked the Great Toad. They fought a huge battle. The whole earth shook. It seemed that neither could win. Great Toad tried to swallow the serpent, but no! Maxazak pierced Great Toad's soft body with his sharp horn. Great Toad lay dead. All the winds and waters of the earth rose up against Maxazak. The rivers and oceans swelled and overflowed. Torrents of rain poured from the sky, and the wind raged in huge gusts. There was destruction everywhere. But Maxazak was not defeated. The Creator looked and saw. He called out, "Thunder Spirit, go, quickly! You must defeat Maxazak. He mustn't control the waters." Thunder Spirit shot his lightning arrows. But Maxazak retreated and hid in the depths of the water. Now the lakes, the rivers, and the oceans all rose higher and higher to wash away the evil that the serpent had brought. But most of the plants and animals could not live in so much water. And so they died, along with all the people. It was a sad time. Luckily, at that time there lived a great wise spirit, Nanakush, the strong, pure one. He is the grandfather of the race of men today. When Nanakush saw the rising waters, he climbed to the top of the tallest mountain. But day after day, the rain still fell, and the water kept rising. Nanakush ran to the very highest part of that mountain, and there he found many animals, all trying to escape the flood. And the rain still fell, and the water kept rising. Nanakush saw a cedar tree. "Friend, cedar tree," he said, "we need you. Will you allow us to climb up your body?" The cedar tree agreed. "We thank you, and we honor you for helping us," said Nanakush. Then he picked up all the animals and hid them inside of his shirt to keep them safe. And now the great Nanakush began to climb, carrying his precious load up and up, up and up to the top of the tree. But the rain still fell, and the water kept rising. What could Nanakush do? He began to sing and play his bowstring like a drum. And that little tree, that sacred cedar, heard his song and began to grow. Up and up, growing and growing and growing. Nanapush kept singing and singing. He sang songs of thanks to the tree and songs of peace to the wind and the rain. But the rain still fell, and the waters kept rising. After a time, Nanapush felt done with singing. The storm was not listening to his music. Nanapush had thought to break off some branches as he climbed that tree and hold them tight. Now, he bound those branches together and made a raft. He carefully put all of the animals onto that raft with him, and off they floated. They drifted over the sea for days and days. A long, long time passed. Soon no land could be seen anywhere, not even Cedar Mountain. This small raft held the only living things above the water on the whole earth. One day, Nanapush knew the time had come to make a second earth. So, he held a council with the creatures on the raft to talk to them about what they needed to do. Before anything else, he told them, we will need new soil. But where will we get some? Asked the animals, looking at all the water around them. Someone must go down under the water and take some of the old earth at the bottom of the sea, said Nanapush. I can dive down, said the loon. I swim underwater very well. I will bring up some new earth. So down he dove. He was under for a long, long time. Too long. When he finally appeared on the surface of the earth, the life was gone from him. But Nanapush breathed on him. You will live. And the loon came back to life. Next, Otter spoke up. I'll go, he said. The water is my favorite place to play. But he suffered the same fate as Loon. You too will live, Brother Otter, said Nanapush. And Otter breathed again. Next came the beaver. Surely I, who build my house in the river, can reach the bottom. But it was the same story. He too died in the attempt and was saved by Nanapush. But still they had no earth. Nanapush looked around. Who was left? Who could swim so deep and so far? His eyes fell on Muskrat. Yes, Muskrat. He might succeed where others had failed. Little Muskrat, said Nanapush, we need you to try. You have to find a way to reach the old earth, whatever it takes. I will go, said the Muskrat. And down he dove. He was gone a long time, twice as long as Beaver. All the other animals waited and waited. At last, he came up, spluttering and gasping. He had a small bit of mud in his mouth and some between his paws. He was barely alive, but he had made it to the surface with his valuable treasure. "Thank you, Muskrat," said Nanabush. "You are forever blessed. Because of what you have done, your kind will never die out from this earth." Then he called out to all of the animals, Friends, listen, listen. We will have a new earth and new life. It is time to give thanks." And so they celebrated with a great Thanksgiving ceremony. Now that there was so much earth, the water became less and less, finally returning to normal. The creeks, the lakes, and the rivers could all take their places again. The animals found the water-soaked remains of the old grasses, flowers, trees, and crops. They took them to Nanabush, and he brought them back to life. Mother Earth bloomed and flourished. She sent forth one particularly beautiful tree. A little shoot sprang up beside it. As it got bigger, it formed into a man. The first new man. But the man was alone, and his spirit was lonely. So the beautiful tree bent down, bending over to touch the earth with its very tongue. Some say it kissed the earth, and at that special place, a new shoot sprang up. This time, the shoot grew into a woman. All the plants and animals gave themselves to this new man and this new woman, and helped them stay alive. To this day, the Lenape people remember their help and feel the gratitude that they owe to their living friends. It was the great Nanabush who taught this second race of people how to hunt and fish, how to grow food and cook and store it, how to make clothes and tools, how to make weapons and defend themselves. He gave them medicines for healing and for sacred ceremonies. He taught them the virtues of generosity and kindness. He gave them wisdom, taught them how to be good leaders. He taught them rituals and spiritual ways, how to use their dreams, how to live from vision. When the people had learned all these things, Nanabush was satisfied that they could survive and thrive. smoking his pipe, getting ready for his winter slumber.
Awesome. While we are setting up for this quintet, please feel free to take a little break. We'll be about 5-10 minutes. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. We'll be 10 minutes. And we'll see you back in the show.
You're a lucky man. I listened to the show. Okay. Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. It was like music. Yeah. It was like music. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Yes. It's just pathology. Working on. Looks like you. son born, and we hired brass quintet. That was many years ago. So we said, "Oh, that brass quintet. Wow, I'll have to get out my vows and read them."
You could do that, yeah.
So we're
Very spectacular.
and this narrative, this myth, what I took a course in college in comparative mythology with a genius teaching who spoke Aramaic and all sorts of stuff. And my wife just said, this had a flood. And I said, lots of them have floods.
Yeah, it's like a common theme. It's kind of interesting, right?
Well, that's always the question. They've developed independently. And so, how do you have these common themes? They also have parting the waters. It's in several of them.
Right.
And so, how do you do that? But it's nature acting out.
Right.
So anyway, I am absolutely. Look at this. I'm just a little guy from Queens.
It takes all of this, right? Every person. She didn't even know she had diabetes because she fell and tripped. And it. The library. Why wasn't Thank you very, very much. You just brought back all sorts of good memories. I took a comparative mythology course.
Oh, there you go.
Brought back everything.
Welcome back, everybody. We're going to be listening to Freedom Variations by Alyssa Reit. And we've got a brass quintet here with Chris Rogers, Ken Tedeschi, Peter Wright, Nate Wright, and Mark and Ross, and singer Linda Childs.
Yeah.
Should we move back?
No.
Don't point that big thing at me.
Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom.
freedom over me. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. No more weeping, no more weeping, no more weeping over me. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. There'll be singing, there'll be singing, there'll be singing over me. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. A short quote from Gloria Steinem. The truth will set you free, but first it will piss you off. Four quotes from Thich Nhat Hanh. For me, there is no happiness without freedom. And freedom is not given to us by anyone. We have to cultivate it ourselves. If in our heart we still cling to anything, anger, anxiety, or possessions, we cannot be free. By freedom, I mean freedom from afflictions, from anger, and from despair. If you have anger in you, you have to transform anger in order to get your freedom back. If there is despair in you, you need to recognize that energy and not allow it to overwhelm you. You can practice freedom every moment of your daily life. Every step you take can help you reclaim your freedom. Every breath you take can help you develop and cultivate your freedom. When you eat as a free person. When you walk as a free person. When you breathe as a free person. This is possible anywhere. Two quotes from Robert Francis Kennedy. Every time we turn our heads the other way, we see the law flouted. We tolerate what we know to be wrong. And we close our eyes and ears to the corrupt because we are too busy or too frightened. When we fail to speak up and speak out, we strike a blow against freedom and decency and justice. Every time we stand up for an ideal or act to improve the lot of others, or strike out against injustice, we send forth a tiny ripple of hope. And crossing each other from a million different centers of energy and daring, those ripples build a current that can sweep down the mightiest walls of oppression and resistance.
Well, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Alyssa, for being part of Composing Voices. So much. I look forward to seeing you all at the next one.
That was great. That was great.
Okay.